this time I have the honor to present to you the moral leader of our nation. A great, dedicated man. To bring about social change for the advancement of justice and freedom and human dignity. I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
American dream.